So you mean to tell me all those late nights, what you doing, where you at? I've seen Jay Z at his house. I've seen T. Jakes at his house. I've seen Chris Brown at his house. I've seen Jordan Woods at his house. I've seen Travis Scott at his house. I've seen Beyonce at his house. I've seen Tiana Taylor. I've seen them all.
Not Jason Lee, the man allegedly siphoning funds from Stockton residents to bankroll his lavish lifestyle. Here's the kicker. After his arrest and investigation for embezzlement, he claimed online that Jay Z and Beyoncé were plotting against him. Seriously, you can't make this stuff up. First off, who thought Jason Lee should even be Stockton's vice mayor? Nobody saw that coming, yet somehow, here we are. The city is now facing the fallout, looking like a complete mess, bleeding millions of taxpayer dollars. Stockton's mayor, Christina Fugazi, appointed Jason as vice mayor in November last year after taking office in January. But things went south fast. By May, he was under scrutiny for allegedly pocketing $50,000 from the city. The situation began when Stockton hosted a live performance of Wild 'N Out Live at Adventist Health Arena. Ticket sales flopped, so the city dipped into its risk mitigation fund to cover $50,000 to save the event from cancellation. Here's where it spiraled. Steve Cangelo, former interim city manager, claimed Jason misappropriated that $50,000 without proper authorization. Steve pushed for an internal probe, believing this $50,000 might just be a small fraction of millions Jason allegedly funneled out under the pretense of funding events. Moreover, Jason was accused of pocketing part of the money through his personal connections with the Wild 'N Out promoters. Jason, naturally, denied the charges and threatened legal action. He insisted the city's director of economic development approve the $50,000 and claimed he had no involvement. On Instagram, he even posted, he claimed he'd been tipped off about a conspiracy, alleging that he brought Wild 'N Out to Stockton and influenced decisions so that Nick Cannon, his friends, and he could profit. To clarify, Nick and the Wild 'N Out team came to Stockton as a favor, helping to boost the city's profile and show that they deserved top-tier partnerships like Nick Ripley's and 5120 Entertainment. Accusing our dedicated city staff of wrongdoing for simply doing their jobs is more than disappointing. When the audit committee addressed it, there was complete silence. Management actually commended Wild 'N Out for their professionalism, and the community enjoyed the event. Clips of the show are expected soon. Jason also called out his critics, saying that if they can't match his work ethic in policy, opportunity, or inspiration, fabricating lies to harm his reputation won't succeed because he has the public support. He argued that the allegations against him were retaliatory, tied to his scrutiny of city finances and his role as audit committee chair. To defend himself, Jason demanded a public apology and even threatened a $25,000 lawsuit for defamation, emotional distress, and reputational harm if the claims weren't retracted. Meanwhile, Jason has long targeted Beyoncé and Jay Z. Some observers were skeptical, thinking the allegations could have been a setup. Jason seemingly confirmed that Jay and Beyoncé were involved. His feud dates back to when Beyoncé didn't invite him to the premiere of Renaissance, prompting him to threaten to expose evidence implicating her, marking the first direct move against the superstar couple.
I'm going to tell them while Johnny puts a beep over this part of the show, so you'll never know what it is, but I want you to see their reactions, and I'm going to do it right now. Ooh. And that's where I go back to, like, we're friends in the game. We support each other. We help each other out. Can you imagine had I put that on Hollywood Law? Oh, there's one more thing. Beep this, Johnny. Woo! So that in itself, I think Beyonce could have gave me a, you know what I mean? Like, there should be a little love there. Now,
maybe she doesn't know.
Beyonce doesn't know.
Yeah, I don't think Beyonce, and they're not going to share that with her.
Yvette knows. I got the receipts. I still have the receipts. Yvette know I got the receipts. I got them. Now, if I get that message to Beyonce,
yes,
I
can get it
to me. I'm connected. I could get the message to Beyonce.
She needs to know.
And I think people like her publicist, who I love, and I'm just being critical. That's just what I do. You know that, Yvette. We're trying to book Kelly Rowland right now. Now, if I don't get Kelly Rowland because I say this about, then it's going to be a problem. Then I'm putting out receipts. The receipts I just told you about, then I'll put those out.
The fires that will come of that.
I ain't worried. I ain't going nowhere. I'm telling you right now, I'm not playing this industry.
At the time, many people missed Jason's short but heated outburst. He came across as entitled, and honestly, it seemed like he was mainly criticizing Beyoncé simply because she hadn't invited him. However, once rumors about her connections with Jay Z surfaced, people started thinking, wait a minute, maybe he was onto something. After sharing a list of people he personally saw at Diddy's parties during an Instagram live, Jason Lee followed up with more claims targeting Beyoncé and Jay Z. Among those he mentioned were Jordyn Woods, Travis Scott, Usher, Baby, Justin Bieber, Tyrese, Amber Rose, Mary J. Blige, Tiana Taylor, and, of course, Beyoncé and Jay Z themselves.
I know a lot of these celebrities, every single celebrity in the culture has been to Diddy's house, which means they've gone through all his phones, text messages. I can read you my text message to Diddy. What day is it airing on the show, on the network? Are you coming on the show? Diddy, what's this? It's all been business for me. It's been business for me. I don't have nothing inappropriate to them people because I don't deal with them like that. So you mean to tell me all those late nights, what you doing, where you at? I've seen Jay Z at his house. I've seen Jakes at his house. I've seen Chris Brown at his house. I've seen Jordyn Woods at his house. I've seen Travis Scott at his house. I've seen Beyoncé at his house. I've seen Tiana Taylor. I've seen them all. Now, we was all in the backyard, but I've seen them all. I've seen Usher there. I've seen DaBaby there. I've seen Justin Bieber there. I've seen... Everybody's been to a Diddy party. I've seen Lindsay Lohan, Ashton Kutcher, Demi Moore, Tyrese, Amber Rose. I've seen them all have been there. Mary J. Blige. I've seen them all.
A few days later, he came back with more accusations, claiming that Jay Z and Beyoncé had sent people to intimidate him after hearing his comments about them. He alleged that they had been threatening to terminate him, pressuring him to explain or even speak on their behalf, but he refused to comply. On top of that, he said he had stopped a major negative story about them from being released, yet they continued to behave as if he didn't even exist.
Why would I, Jason Lee, I'm getting calls, and I haven't even said anything. They ain't called me to go to the Rock Nation brunch. They haven't called me to go to the Gold Party.
To accept being honored.
They haven't called me when we offered to honor Jay Z at the award show. They didn't call me to go to the press conference about striking the deal with the NFL while we were kneeling for Kaepernick. They didn't call me to ask me what I thought about her hair care product. They didn't call me to offer a free bottle of her perfume. I didn't get to go backstage on her tour for the Renaissance. In fact, when the video circulated making it look like I've been chasing her around like a super fan, which I am a super fan, but I chase nobody. Nobody's called me to clear that up. I haven't gotten a delivery of white flowers with a little card from Beyoncé. Why is everybody calling me now?
Oh, and you also stopped.
Don't we not going to even go there? I stopped a major thing for Beyoncé. Didn't even get a thank you.
But now everybody's
why is everybody calling me now? Because I'm a firefighter. Because I run towards fires and I put them out or I fan the flames. But why is everybody calling me now? And that's the problem that I have with this whole situation. But I am going to save this conversation for Jay Z. Jay Z, you're watching. I know you're watching because you got people calling me. Stop having people call me. You can call me yourself. You know how to get my number. You know, you got people calling me. Call me yourself, because this right here is going to go viral. The way my job works on the internet, everybody's going to be clipping, sharing on TikTok. Watch this. Do your thing, TikTok. Jay Z and Beyonce is going to see this. I am exhausted with people calling me about Jay Z and Beyonce. You've never called for anything else, and I haven't even said anything about you yet. And yet I'm getting all these calls. I've gotten more calls over the weekend about Jay Z and Beyonce. You know, I think this is an opportunity to have a bridge and have a conversation about how this thing works, because I'm not a publicist. I am not I'm just Jason, okay? And I have opinions about unlocking Hollywood. Remember I said at the top of this show, or somewhere in the show, that I was in love with the entertainment industry until I found out it was Jeffrey Dahmer. This is part of the gnawing at the wrist that the industry does. You know, black excellence, we don't show up for each other like we should. And then when the shit's about to hit the fan or some shit, you think I'm gonna go fan some shit. Now you showing up. You know, again, I'm not angry. I'm a little disappointed, because as much as I've loved this woman for years, I told you I don't like her as much as I used to. I still love her, but I'm not as super fan like I used to be. You know how much I was this woman, this is everything. And this together is everything. But is it? I think this is an opportunity to have a conversation, because I believe that we as a culture should be very supportive of each other before this stuff happens, so that way our proximity to it can help us tell the real story. That's why we got to be working together to tell our stories. But I will tell you, to the audience, if I do come up missing, all the calls I've been getting have been about him. And listen, I haven't had any threatening calls. Nobody has said that they're going to hurt me, so I want to go on record for that.
Jason has been disclosing a lot of information about Jay Z and Beyonce that they clearly don't want public. Now, it seems they are trying to silence him, though it's obvious the real issue is that they don't hold him in the regard he expects. He even appeared to confirm that Beyonce and Jay were behind his current troubles when he posted online after people brought them into the conversation. Disliking someone is one thing, but fabricating stories to ruin their reputation crosses the line. Naturally, opinions have been flying. One person commented, "Jason Lee being a mayor says everything I need to know about this city." Another added, "I thought Beyonce running away was funny, but him being mayor? That's next level. We're living in strange times." Now, we want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on Jason Lee allegedly embezzling city funds? And do you think Jay Z and Beyonce are involved? Drop your opinions in the comments below.